Hi, Dr. Cap. Travis White-Velez here with this week's Advanced Concept Interactive presentation. For this week, we will be utilizing a lemon, some wire, both copper and then zinc nails, and steel wool to possibly start a fire. Stay tuned while I gather my supplies and get everything set up, and we will see if this reaction works. If it does, I will explain why what happened, and if it does not, I will explain what should have happened and possibly what factors could have changed the outcome. Also, if there are any kids out there that are going to see this video, because of the possibility of fire and spark, you should ask your guardian for help while doing this and also supervision. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I have gathered the supplies that I will use for the experiment. I have two wires that will be connected, one at the negative end of the terminal and one at the positive end of the terminal. I have a lemon. I have my copper plated nails, zinc plated nails, and steel wool. So now we'll go ahead and get the experiment set up. So for this, you want to start by rolling the lemon in your palms. And that just kind of releases the juices. So that's done. You then want to take 6 of your zinc nails. So 6 zinc nails, and you will put them in your lemon. And you want to do them about maybe half a centimeter to a centimeter apart. All right, and keep doing that. So that is all 6 of the zinc. Now I will take the copper, and it is the same thing. You want to do it across from where you placed your zinc nails. And again, it's going to be the same spacing while you're doing that. And last one. Okay, so now that you have those in your lemon, you want to take your wire. So for me, to cut the wire. And you want to take the wire and connect your connect your first zinc to your second copper. So I will show you that. All right. All right. And then, so that's the first zinc, the second copper, then it will be the the second zinc will connect to then the third copper, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna just get them all connected, and then I'm gonna come back and show you what happens when we get to the ends. Okay, so the steel wool and the paper towel are in there. And also just wanted to correct something I said. The copper end is going to be your negative terminal, while the zinc end is going to be your positive terminal, and I will explain why that matters after I conduct the experiment. So now I'm going to touch the wires to the steel wool, and hopefully you will see a spark. Okay, so it does not look like there is a spark. take an electric meter and just see if we actually do get any type of charge coming from this. And does not appear to be any charge coming from this. So I'm going to clean up this, and then I'm going to come back and explain what should have happened and what did happen. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so once you have all of your wires connected, it should look something like that. Notice I have it marked here. The copper end is the positive terminal, while the zinc is the negative terminal. From there, you are then going to take the wires that were stripped of the protective coating on one end, and you are going to connect those to, both the positive and the negative end. I just pulled the nail out and did it that way. All right. Same thing. And it should look something like this, where you have one at the positive end, one at the negative end. You will then take some of the steel wool. Just gonna take a big chunk. Guys, just be careful with steel wool because it does fragment, so it can stick in your feet. If you have animals, they can eat it, and that's not good. And then I will take some of the paper towel that I ripped up and put a piece on top of that. And I will see if I can generate a spark by touching my, battery, so to speak, to the steel wool. Hi, Dr. Cap. So now that I've completed this week's advanced concept interactive presentation, I will explain what was taking place. This week's advanced concept presentation kind of dives into electrochemistry. Some definitions for everyone. Electrochemistry is the study of electricity and how it relates to chemical reactions. In electrochemistry, electricity can be generated by movements of electrons from one element to another in a reaction known as a redox or an oxidation reduction reaction. You have electrons and you have electrolytes. In this lemon example, you have the cathode, which is the electrode that is more electronegative, which means it likes to have more electrons. The copper played the role of the cathode in this experiment, and the zinc nail was the anode because it wants to essentially be more positive, and it is willing to give off its electrons. The lemon is used to make the protons because it has citric acid, which is an electrolyte. The lemon juice oxidizes the zinc in the nail, which makes it more positive. The electrons remove from the zinc and they go towards the copper and the wire, or using the wire to travel from the zinc to the copper. The electrons pull the hydrogen ions from the acid and they are reduced, which adds more electrons. So that kind of explains a loop. And when the two wires are touching, you have a closed circuit. So it just continues to go through. In this case, it did not work. Or it very well may, the reaction very well may have been happening, just not generating enough electricity to actually create a spark and then to cause a fire. So again, I hope I explained this well, and I hope that everyone stays well and is safe. Take care.